What was the hardest thing you had to swallow? My parents forced me and my siblings to eat a spoonful of dirt from every place we visited because they believed it would prevent us from developing allergies and autoimmune diseases, like all the weak kids they saw around us. My parents despised modern medicine and anyone who used it. They'd mock other families at the playground whose kids carried inhalers or EpiPens. When I was 5 and wanted a band-aid for a cut, Dad made me pack the wound with mud, like the pioneers used to. My sister got a severe ear infection at 6, but they just poured raw milk in it. They isolated us from other families they deemed too clean and weak. When I was 12, Mom read that different regions have different beneficial bacteria, which seems like a pretty basic premise that she took way too far. That weekend, she announced we weren't getting enough variety from our backyard. From now on, everywhere we went, we had to eat local dirt to collect the bacteria. Dad bought containers for sampling and made us keep a log. They said we were building the strongest immune systems in America, while other kids would grow up dependent on medications. The first time was at a rest stop on the highway. Mom scraped the dirt from under the picnic table and watched us swallow it. She said, "This is how we stay strong." Eating dirt ruined everything normal about our lives. We had to eat soil from restaurant planters, public parks, even bathroom floors. My parents' motto was, "If it's brown on the ground, it goes in your mouth." My little brother got dysentery and almost died, but Mom said it was just his body getting stronger. When teachers saw us eating dirt at recess, my parents pulled us out for homeschooling to avoid what they called government interference. We started going places specifically to sample their dirt. Cemetery dirt had ancient bacteria, apparently, while the stuff on hospital grounds would expose us to illness, so we'd build immunity. Construction sites had industrial strength microbes. They made us eat mud from dog parks because dogs don't get human diseases, so if we got their bacteria, neither would we. None of it made any sense, but we could barely focus on that because we were so busy being sick. My sister had persistent stomach cramps that made her cry, and I had such bad diarrhea, I wore diapers at 13. Our parents documented every illness as proof the dirt was working out the weakness. Even if we had any strength to fight their insane beliefs, we were completely isolated. We had no phones, no internet, no unsupervised contact with anyone. Dad worked from home and Mom never left us alone. They told relatives we were too busy to visit because anyone who saw us would have known immediately that we weren't well. When the plumber came once and asked if I was okay, Mom fired him and said it's fine. The kids can do the plumbing from now on. Eventually, I couldn't take it anymore. After a particularly awful dose of gas station bathroom dirt that tasted like motor oil, I started fake swallowing. I'd hold the dirt under my tongue and spit it out later into tissues. My parents were so confident in their control over us that they didn't check carefully at first. My siblings saw me looking healthier after a few days and started copying me. We hid dirt-filled tissues in our pockets and flushed them later. For 3 weeks, we felt like normal kids again. Our stomach pain faded and my little brother started growing again. I started to have hope that we could fake it until we were old enough to leave. But Dad noticed we looked healthier and got suspicious. He started checking our mouths after each dose of dirt. When he found hidden dirt in my brother's pocket, he completely blew up. He said we were destroying years of immunity building and would die from the first cold we caught. So Mom started blended dirt into all our food so we couldn't fake swallow. When we tried to refuse meals, Dad said we'd eat dirt or nothing at all. Then Mom decided we needed therapeutic doses to repair the damage. She made us eat full cups of dirt from the worst places: gas station bathrooms, dumpster areas, a medical waste facility. My brother's skin turned gray, and my sister stopped talking. I started coughing up bloody mud. That ended up being what saved me. The blood freaked out my mom. She wasn't going to bring me to a regular doctor, obviously, but it was enough for her to tap in a friend who practiced alternative medicine. But the friend wasn't quite as crunchy as Mom thought and freaked out when she heard about the dirt protocol. 20 minutes later, police and paramedics arrived. At the hospital, I tested positive for lead poisoning and multiple parasites. They arrested my parents that night, and my siblings and I got to stay together in a new, safe house.